Okay, welcome. It's that time again. The Full English, episode 3. Lots happening. Obviously building into this weekend's transfer deadline. All the moves and shakes at the end of the window. And it'll be interesting to see where some of the big names linked with big moves end up. How was your trip? Been away?
Good, yeah. Nice little break in the sun for a week. Little lying on the beach in Marbella for 6-7 days. Wasn't bad. Back again next week.
You're thinking about
Not moving.
are Liverpool getting Isak done? Is that all you're thinking about?
You know what? There's this. No, I'm not. I'm sort of agreeing with what Jamie Carragher's saying, where he's saying it's not the be all and end all if we don't get Isak done. There's other plugs that need plugging, holes that need plugging in our squad and our team before Isak. Yeah, we do need a forward, but we've got players who can slot in that centre role, like Gakpo, like Chiesa can come in. You know, there's players who can come in and slot there. But the defence for me looks our biggest weak point. I mean, we've got 2 dwarfs at fullback, and that's not good for when you're playing against Stoke on Sunday.
I thought Kerkez shouldn't have been getting done by Bruno at the back post.
Shouldn't have been. It reminded me of.
But then he is a young player learning the game, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? But 55 million or whatever he's paid for him, you'd expect him to already know it.
I think he's trying to outmuscle him. And do you know what I looked at the replay? Because of the Kerkez positioning, you know, he's trying to stick his ass out and like try and put him off, and it hasn't worked. If Kerkez goes down, because Bruno's ran to him, if Kerkez just goes on his knee, because the way Bruno's come in and ran at him, it's not been a standing jump. It's been Kerkez and Bruno. Kerkez goes down, the referee blows all day long for a foul there, so it's a bit naive and a bit daft of him to A, get beat there because he shouldn't be getting out muscle there, but B, not to an older head. Robbo goes down there.
Yeah, well that's experience, isn't it? Obviously, you know, Arnie Slot will be able to talk to him about that this week. Obviously, McAllister, has he had his baby yet? McAllister?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you know what? Did you see McAllister yesterday on Instagram? He played absolute schoolboy. He took it off now. He did post all his pictures. Look boss with his like older retro top. But next to his bins, which guy had his home address on.
No.
I was like, you fucking knob. And like, I googled his address straight away and found where he lived in that. Looks sick, the house. But like, and then he took his address thinking, why would you put that all over Instagram? Stood next to his bin with his dog with his house address on.
That is fucking
schoolboy.
Who'd put their address on the internet? Who'd do that?
Okay, now.
Try not if you can.
But he's back.
Getting Bibles delivered and all that now.
He's back this weekend.
What was his address?
Yeah, he's back this weekend, so we should be a little bit more controlled in midfield. Though I do think Curtis Jones had a good game. I know you got a lot of stick, but
Szoboszlai at right back.
Szoboszlai was great.
Unbelievable.
Do you think that's where he's going to go with it? Do you think that's the future?
No.
He's so built for the right back though.
He is built for right back because he's got his energy, he can read the game, he's passing, he's up and down, he's got everything for the right back. But he's not. He's basically a centre mid. So I don't know. We should stick with Conor Bradley this weekend if he's fit. But if not, I wouldn't mind.
Trent hasn't been playing. Could you see?
No. He's
taking him back, like, no?
He's made his bed. Trent, I was reading today again.
Trent will be sound at Real Madrid. It's just going to take a bit of time to settle in.
But
that's where you're missing at the minute. That quarterback from that position who holds the pitch. Carragher's analysis on M&F was brilliant. Sent it over into the group. We put it in our Telegram group. So been quite lively in there this week. I fired a few things into you. Obviously, stuff that I can't share on social media for fear of Keir Starmer and the stormtroopers coming through your fucking back garden door or through your front door or whatever. But Keir is meant to like the back door, isn't he? So obviously, the stormtroopers, you need to keep them away. The only way we can do that is by setting up elsewhere. And again, we were back and forth, and I thought Carragher's analysis, he's gone up a notch, Carragher, on the way he's breaking games down. That's what we want to be seeing from our programme. And over this weekend, no doubt we'll see a few nonsense potters on there. I've seen a few over the last weekend, Cabbage Patch Kid and all that. And the shite they're talking. I spoke about Karen Carnage with Joe Cole.
Yeah.
Who've got like half a brain cell between the two of them, where the ball should have been clipped out because it's Edison. To be fair to Carragher and Thierry Henry, they got into that a little bit and City's breakdown. And that's who we want to be listening to. The best player, the best players. Or like, you can argue the merits. Obviously, Thierry, one of the Premier League all-time greats,
if not the.
And obviously Carragher, 700 and odd games, you have to respect the way he defended. If people say he was shite or whatever, you go like, man, he's done unbelievable for a shite player.
There's no shite Premier League player. I hate that way they say.
No, but you know how it is now. You've got all the absolute imbeciles, which again I need to get to, because there is some stuff that's gone on which we need to discuss.
Did you see Phil Jones's analysis?
I've seen a little snippet of it. I've seen a little snippet of it.
Quite well. He just said, listen, United's basically saying, you're playing 5 at the back against Grimsby, who are camping on the edge of their box. His tactical analysis of that situation, of Amorim's tactics, was, to me, it looks spot on. Saying you're building your extra man's at the back. Said you don't want your extra man to be
he was talking about Mateus de Ligt in that situation.
Coming through the middle as being the extra man. Well, you want an attacking player, which
I didn't want to get to that because I had a little bit to finish before I got to that, but I did see a bit of that, and also even with the Carragher stuff, like, listen, it's good because it's now, it's analysis and information that people can learn from if you don't know the game. Obviously, the nonsense potters you can't learn a thing from, because all they're describing is literally what they're looking at. So there's actually there's no depth to what they're talking about. There's no actual education or understanding to what they're talking about. Now, if you're an absolute footballing amoeba where you know nothing, then obviously even just saying that's the ball, that's the offside line, some of the basic understanding will educate you. We're talking about if you're paying a premium now for your Sky Sports and your BT or TNT, isn't it, and all the other subscriptions that go on, we want to see the best pundits on it. Don't want to see fucking the DI woke fucking pundit. No one wants to look at them. Now, everyone's kicked off this week about me saying about Colo Touré. Well, Sir Alex Ferguson was notorious for, when it started getting a bit stale at Man United, when they got a little bit, the bellies full, that he would sacrifice a couple to the gods, to the Genghis Khan. It might be players who got sacrificed. It's the same as the Aztecs and the Incas, where they had to have human sacrifice. Eventually the civilization gets that big. The only way you can keep people in check is human sacrifice. So that is players getting sold, and that is coaches getting turned over. The only alternative to that is it goes stale and the manager goes. So if you want to be the warlord, I was watching Apocalypse Now, so Marlon Brando's brilliant in that, and obviously this ideology's in there. If you want to be the warlord and keep going season after season for decades at that level of intensity, like Klopp was done after 7 years at Liverpool, and then the group won the league the year after for the bit of a, now he was a great manager at Liverpool. Pep Guardiola should have gone. Yeah. There's a huge issue at Manchester City that I didn't realise until last week when I watched it. Bergstein's leaving, so that's Pep's right hand man. He has been all the man who brings transfer player, to Pep for most of Pep's tenure at Barcelona, at Bayern Munich. He will have been involved, and obviously at Manchester City, where they've been incredibly successful. Now he's losing that. Now you've got Hugo Viana in that spot. Now, Hugo Viana, I would imagine, must be linked up with Guta Frunde, with George Mendes as agents. Yeah, he will be, that's why you're seeing in January City take the players they've taken. Gonzalez, for instance, the Portuguese hide-and-seek champion that they've paid 40-odd million from lad, you're watching him in the game, he does not want to get on the ball. Now, Rodri came on for 20 minutes, which could save City. Now, Rodri must be a cheeky signing and Pep signing. Yeah. Nico Gonzalez, I don't think is a Pep Guardiola signing. I don't think James Trafford is a Pep Guardiola signing, because Pep sold him. So what's going on there? Pep's obviously tried to revamp. Juan Manuel Lilo's lost his position. He's gone as in part of the freshen up. Pep Linders has come in, who's been with Klopp, shit the bed as a manager at Leipzig, was he?
Twice he shit the bed as
Salzburg.
Manager. Yeah.
So, and he's done it at Porto, and then he's come back. I've met Pep, he's got great energy, he's probably a great coach. But as we've just seen with Mourinho last night, Mourinho's just been sacked from Fenerbahce, 4-2-3-1, signing George Mendes players now, not getting maybe the tier 1 players that he used to get when he was Chelsea manager. He might be down the tier, but he's still, like Nelson Semedo from Wolves is at Fenerbahce. Yeah. So, he's been at Wolves, which is all of these Guta Frunde, George Mendes clubs. Yeah. So Man City, I think, have flipped over from a cheeky Pep model, and Pep's brother's an agent. I don't know who they've got the Abu Dhabi money there then, into a Hugo Viana, George Mendes model. So we're now seeing the transition. I don't think Pep stays. I'm looking at this going, I'm not thinking, I seen Phil Foden laugh on the bench, didn't I told you, and I'm going, wow, that doesn't happen in a Pep Guardiola team, 2-0 down. Like, that just doesn't happen. Colo Touré, I know you took it down. Colo Torre running around like a maniac behind fucking Pep. That doesn't happen, lad. That doesn't happen.
Yeah,
so
he seems a bit
Pep's going. Pep is not making the end of the season. The greatest manager in Manchester City's history. Jack Grealish getting a second gear coming out of there. Something soured in there. And the last throw of the dice for them this summer was replacing the staff. Pep Lijnders, Colo Torre, I don't know what else has happened behind the scenes. The sporting director went away. So the Pep Guardiola era at Manchester City, and I'm gutted to say this because he was pioneering, the greatest manager of his generation.
Yeah.
He changed the game in this country. Some are now saying he's changed it for the worse, and I don't think he has. He's changed it. He showed us how it could be played. Loads of people have tried to imitate him and copy him, and they're doing it badly, and that's making football boring as fuck to watch. All right? So I hope I'm wrong on that, because I think Pep's been incredible for our game, and he's been incredible for one of my former clubs, Man City, and made them, one of Europe's premier sides. They've won a European Cup, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Not many clubs who've done that. Okay, but I think it's the end, and I think he should have gone the last contract, and the cheeky and all of that, and the signings. I'm looking at that team going, Pep doesn't play Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob isn't Riyad Mahrez. Oscar Bob, at this moment in time, was a talented young player who struggled to kind of get in and develop, and he's got qualities, but he's not a world level fucking killer. Rico Lewis is a good, solid little fullback, but he's not a world level fucking fullback. He's been at Man City, they've been winning leagues and European Cups. He can't get in the England side. And everyone says Trent can't defend, and everyone says Kyle Walker's had a bit of a dull spell, but they haven't gone. Reece James has been injured forever. Rico Lewis hasn't had a sniff. So how can you be the best for Manchester City who are trying to win the European Cup? You can't get in the England side. Who let's be honest, are average. This is an average England group.
It is an average England group, yeah.
So when you look at it, you look at some of the signs that are being made, you're going, oh my God. Now, the thing that's getting them away with it is there's not really any pressure on them, because on the other side of Manchester, we've got a fella playing with fucking magnets on a tactic board against Grimsby Town, Dave Artell, crew. Not a bad coach, but this is the great white hope. This is getting Man United back to the glory years. And as I said to you, he was in over his head. You're in quicksand. That job is quicksand. I'm looking at the bomb squads at Chelsea. I'm looking at the bomb squad at Man United. And they're putting pictures up. Jadon Sancho's put a picture up. Alex Desai's put a picture up. Lad, you've got to remember the amount of money that's getting spent and the amount of transfer fees that are in those bomb squads. Like Anthony, Jadon Sancho. How much is that?
150.
Wow. And you're looking through that side saying now Kobe Minau's handed in a transfer request to go on loan.
I've never seen him smile. So he's
basically saying, this Amorim's shite. So it's either me or Amorim. You either get rid of me, or you've got a year to sack him, or I'm off.
It's right though. If you're Alex Ferguson watching that Grimsby game, not even the players, and you're seeing your manager filling with magnets against Grimsby Town.
So they come in for a drink spray. They come in for a drink spray. Fucking 75th minute or whatever.
He's pissing down.
And he was fucking... No, he was sat on the bench like this, looking at the floor.
But
out of his depth.
I'm not even playing.
Did he change his system?
No.
I think he put Harry Maguire up front, which...
Again, I one trick pony, massive rookie, big ego, big ego, because you've got to have it. He's done all right at Sporting Lisbon. As I say, he's probably been grown by Gutter Frunde, giving players who aren't going to cause you a problem in Portugal because they want to. Next minute you get to Man United and you get there too early and you don't have the toolkit to deal with absolute fucking tyrants in the dressing room. And if you show any kind of weakness or any kind of vulnerability from a tactical or a technical perspective with them players, they are ruthless apex predators. And also everyone's on the back foot because the culture's toxic. It's a cancerous club full of fucking vipers. I've been in them. Now, you need someone to come in who has an incredible toolkit and incredible dexterity in the way they deal with people to get that job done. But what that person must have is absolute authority from the top. There can be nobody who makes a decision above him. He cannot be circumnavigated by anybody. It's got to be him and the owner. That's the only way they change that culture.
Who is it then?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have any names in mind?
He's dead because if you don't know how to beat Grimsby, I don't know. like, there's that many, like, them little cunts are fucking Salford with the fucking hotel in the car park. They're a problem. Beckham's a problem in the background because he's got the Qatari royal family trying to fucking buy the club. The Glazers don't want to give it up. So there's all kinds going on at that football club from a political standpoint. But what they need to do is they need to figure out who owns the club. They need to get one owner of the club. Now, I think they're the next big club to sell out to a nation state. Obviously, we've lost Newcastle to the Saudis for what's going on here. We've lost Man City to Abu Dhabi. Liverpool, obviously, the Yanks are in at Chelsea. You know, the Yanks are moving in everywhere, but we've also got the nation states moving in. I think the next one is the Qataris by Man United. They've tried to sell it back they've tried to sell it back to our country, haven't they? You know, Jim Ratcliffe and Dave Brailsford and the Olympic and Gareth Southgate might move in there, which I wouldn't think Amorim makes the season. Amorim doesn't make the season. I wouldn't be shocked to see Gareth Southgate take over.
I wouldn't, because
all the fort, see how they do. And if that shits the bed, then I expect the Qataris to buy Man United.
Did you see your mate Charlie Austin suggested?
I did, yeah. I did, yeah.
I did see that.
I did say he had well, he's him and Daisy are tight, aren't he? I did say they had an unbelievable. But listen, all right, hang on a sec here. All right, so I need to. No,
go on.
Fucking Dicey's. I love Dicey. Dicey, you're not getting a Man United job, lad. Don't matter what Charlie Austin says. And Dicey's not stupid enough to fucking think he is. I'm not saying he couldn't do a good job, by the way.
I'm saying he could do a better job than Amorim, but he's not United.
Listen, you know, you've got your last job is ultimately your marker post, isn't it? And obviously Everton couldn't score a fucking goal. They didn't, but they couldn't score a goal.
Dicey comes in, United stay up.
But then Moyes comes in, and then Everton plays slightly different. He does slightly better with the same players, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And by the way, I went to watch Everton during the week. They're not fucking, do you know what I mean? They're
struggling.
But they're solid. But also, he's got work to do with that team. So, and the stadium's fantastic. But this was interesting what come out of it. All right. So, Gary Neville, this before the Grimsby game. Gary Neville at Valencia, 28 games. How many wins, how many losses? 28 games. Sorry, how many losses in 28 games?
15.
28 games at Valencia.
11
losses. How many goals did he score? How many goals did he score in 28 games, his team?
Oh God, don't know. Not. Go on.
39 goals. How many goals did his team concede?
About 2 or 3 a game.
38 goals conceded. All right, that's Gary Neville at Valencia, and he was chased out of the country. Ruben Amorim's last 28 games prior to Grimsby. How many losses in 28 games?
Come on.
16.
14.
I said 15,
3 more than Gary
yeah.
Neville. You'd argue the leagues are harder. Premier League is harder than La Liga. How many goals of Man United scored in his last 28 games prior to Grimsby?
32.
I reckon it's lower. I reckon like 28.
30. So 9 less than Gary Neville's Valencia. Yeah. How many goals conceded in the 28 games prior 36. To Grimsby, lads?
Yeah, I thought the same.
Gary Neville's Valencia had 38 goals conceded.
And he's got 39. 40.
40 odd. 50?
No. 45.
45? Oh.
So we're saying, like... And the great thing about this one I love about it is Rio Ferdinand has been giving it the beans, going, oh, we've seen something, Sesko and all that. And Gary Neville a couple of weeks ago, I put that into the Telegram group. Gary, why does anyone listen to Gary Neville? He hasn't got a clue. You only have to watch that Sky. It's like a footballing version of The Office. That Salford documentary. It's fucking brilliant. How to waste money and think you're the man. Like, he is a real life footballing version because he cannot understand anything other than the way Alex Ferguson ran Manchester United. And you're going, Gary, it's Salford, lad.
Yeah.
Like, if you do unbelievably well, you might get 5,000 to the game because you've got Man City on over there, Man United there, Blackburn on over there, Burnley on over here. Like, Greater Manchester is full of football clubs who've been in the area for hundreds of years. Like, why are you going to go and watch Salford Red Devils unless you really like Gary Neville and the class of 92, which is a dwindling pool day by day. Like, if Beckham wasn't there, I reckon they're getting 150 people.
Well, it started Salford. They bought Salford when it was all that yellow scarf.
Philip Lynn. It was, protest against Man United. Philip Lynn. It was like the anti-Man United club.
That's what it was. Yeah. And now it's not no more, so it's just a club.
No, it's Sky. It's Sky's club, isn't it? That's how I see them. I see that as Sky TV's. Well, they've sponsored them since its inception, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is that not Sky funded it? Well, it's Philip Lim putting the money in. Something's happened now, and they moved the money out, haven't they? And the Beckham Neville bought it or something like that. It's quite complicated, but it's like, you know, fair enough. It was like like the big one was when he's on the fucking phone to people selling the community. Like it's just a nonsense. He's just a strange guy who is everywhere. Like, has anyone actually quizzed him on the Keir Starmer one? Has anyone actually said, hey, when you Keir Starmer's little bum boy popping around doing all fucking stupid fucking promos with him, walking around talking about, oh yeah, champagne socialism in you, Keir, you fucking beck. And he's gone on to say Ruben Amorim, I can see it. You can't see anything, lad. We know from Salford not being able to get out of League 2, spending gazillions. You can't see anything. So shut your fucking pie hole and just fucking talk about the commentary on the game that you see, and just stop the punditry and go to the commentary, because you've lost all credibility with us, you beck. Anyway, Amorim's got to go. The sooner they get rid of them, when the internet's doing the memes like that, you're done.
That's it. It's finished. Did you see the one yesterday with the fat lad who's got his hair, he's combing his hair. Oh, it's brilliant.
The kid who's not going to cut his hair, is he? To win 5 games in a row. Do you reckon he could actually like
operation? I've seen the ones with the operation and all that. So, I don't know whether you've seen this. Did you see Premier League footballers are fixing matches? Former police unit chief's staggering claim after casino raid amid questions over confiscated phone. That's key to the investigation.
No.
So this bombshell revelation leaves the FA facing serious questions over how widespread the issue is and whether sanctions will be pursued. Daily Mail Sport understands the FA have not received the investigators' finding from Swedish police and are keen to assess them. This is something they're saying about, remember Dixon Atu got caught in Sweden, got banned for 5 years, the ex-Man City lad who played with us. So, the same prosecutors have said there's a big problem, something's going on with match fixing in Premier League games. So we've also got to know that, look, what happened with Lucas Paqueta? Because from what I got told, he was getting lifed off.
Yeah.
There was an island in Brazil or something he comes from, and like a ridiculous amount of money he paid on him getting a yellow card, he'd get it.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
So anyway,
the
FA, someone's gone on there, and I'm going, I got 18 months for having a fucking coupon. I don't know if you got reduced to 9. People are getting nothing now, they're just getting, yeah, see you later. I'm like, they finished my career. The FA, I pretty much got signed back, so I end up coming back managing from there for having a coupon on a Saturday. These people are like, the lad who's gone out to Saudi, Tony and that, these have been betting on themselves and all mad. I'm going, what? Anyway, it does smell of it, and VAR makes me think of it even more, because that's
some of the
big
VAR
money. Well, the Swedish FA, I mean, that'll kill the FA, because the betting integrity and the betting markets, as we spoke about before, are absolutely key to the sponsors and the gambling sponsors that come into the Premier League. So, as it once was, we're saying about Pep Guardiola, could this be the end of Pep Guardiola? Because he's tried to stay on and be Sir Alex Ferguson, but it's hard to keep doing that. You remember Alex, he got rid of Archie Knox, and he got rid of Steve McLaren, he got rid of Carlos Queiroz, got rid of Rennie Mulstein. Like he sacrificed bodies to the altar, and he sacrificed Yapstam and loads of players. Like loads of players got sacrificed to keep that group winning. Keane even ultimately got sacrificed, which
is the biggest one, money really.
You know,
he still holds it against them now, doesn't he?
Oh, they hate. Yeah, there's a real hatred there, isn't it? Yeah. It was an interesting one when did you see him crying on the overlap when they showed the picture of his face? He's a big softie, isn't he?
Yeah,
I love it. He's a big softie.
He's hard about like crying at his mum and dad.
Listen, he's Keane on the overlap. He's
so the only thing I happen. So this is what leads me back onto it. Jadon Sancho have you seen him put his picture up saying he wants to move? Jadon Sancho, not to Europe. He's saying he wants to go to the MLS because he's going out with a rapper called Sweetie or something.
Is he?
Sweetie or something, is that a name?
Don't know.
Yeah. So he's saying he's not entertaining a move to Europe. He's saying, no, I'm going out to America. So if you're loaning me out, I'm the bombs. I want to go to America. It's my birds in America. He's going out with some rapper from America. So this is what we're getting now. These footballers are not even asked about going, like they're not even saying, listen, I'll go and play for fucking, I want to play in Europe, I want to keep my credibility. No. I'm actually going to go and play for the fucking Colorado fucking
Rapids. Oh, they are.
Timberwolves or something, whatever they is. Boston Timberwolves.
The Texas Tits.
Whatever they're called, fucking Bobcats. Because Sun's gone out there now, innit? So they'll get weighed in.
No, Sun's a bit different one.
I've had a couple of mates who've played out there and they say, listen, it's not actual serious league. You go to like the away game, you get like an allowance to go on the ale the night before. It's like they're like exhibition games. It's like you stay there. So say we're playing fucking Montreal away. I'm in fucking South Carolina or wherever it is. You go and you go for the day before. It's like a 3-dayer at the game. So you're there for the game, play the game. After the game, you go out in the city with the lads and they give you an allowance as like to spend on the ale and that. Go on the ale and then you fly back the next day. So it's like a lifestyle thing. So it's not. That's why it's hard for them to stay fucking disciplined. Because every city they're going to, load of young lads playing in the MLS, they are doing chop suey rolls, aren't they? Let's be honest. Or if you're on your own out there as a young lad, you're going all across North America playing footy, speaking English or speaking foreign. Come on. So anyway, but you're obviously getting your cheese cob fucking well massaged, and that's not usually fantastic for holding a high level of football and performance. So again, for me, I think you give up on your career, and it looks like if he goes that way, but then is his logic thinking, well, I'm going to go play every week, I've got to build myself back in. I'm in North America where the next World Cup's going to be. Could it capture? No. Well, Messi's going to play in the World Cup, playing in that league.
Sancho's a different stage to Messi and Son. And
but he's younger. But I'm saying, like, is he going to do it? Is he going to do a kind of a turn? Can Sancho go and play for like fucking Jamaica or something? Like
he can't. No, he's played for
Mason
England.
Greenwood's going to do. No, Mason Greenwood's play for England.
Under 21s. No, Mason Greenwood's not played full. If you got a full cap, you can't turn, can you?
I thought Greenwood was in a full squad.
No. If you got a full cap, you can't turn.
Mason Greenwood's got an England cap.
Mason Greenwood hasn't got an England cap.
Pretty sure.
Should we look ahead to some of the fixtures then this week?
Yeah. From a betting perspective, we're going to do a little bet. So I'll give you that.
I've done a bet this week.
Cap him?
I've gone a bit of a mad one because of this sounds outrageous.
Lad's got an England cap, 2020. Full cap, Mason Greenwood.
Oh, could it have been a friendly or something?
He's got a full cap. Told you.
There must be something in it.
So.
He's capped though. So he's getting that nullified so he can go and play for Jamaica. And Sancho must have a couple.
Sancho's got a few caps, yeah. Is it to do with playing competitive or non-competitive? I don't know.
It looks like he's just going to fucking... These players are just going to go... Oh, Sancho's 25, but they're just going to go, no, I'm not playing for them. Sancho's fucked. He's got 23. There's no way he can nullify that.
So...
He's giving up on his career and he's just saying, fuck it.
Have you done a bet?
No, I've got them here, who I'm going to go for at the weekend.
Go on,
obviously,
then.
I just want to go through some of the kind of bigger games. For me, before I have a bet on them, I think there's some tough games, like certainly fucking Championship, League One. I'm looking at it going, it's tough to get a coupon up this week. We were unlucky last week. Man United have got to beat Burnley, surely to God.
I've got them.
I'm not touching them, because I'm not...
That's the maddest set to know with them.
I'm not touching them.
How mad is it that Man United at home to Burnley is your dodgy bet
I'm
this
not
week?
touching them, especially after Burnley winning last week. I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they get off to a bad start, Man U there, and the crowd, and he just gives up again and just starts playing fucking Connect Four on the bench.
In your head, you're thinking, no way can they lose to Burnley.
And he had a strong side out, against fucking Grimsby. He hasn't he had a strong enough team to beat Grimsby.
100%.
Garnacho's going, so Garnacho ate him. Garnacho's got out. I think that's bad business for Man United, because I think he's a good little player.
He's not a bad player, Garnacho, yeah.
I think that's a good take for Chelsea, that.
Have you seen Dingio's gone to that was the Garnacho comparison? Harvey Elliott looks like Leipzig this morning.
Because Xavi Simons is going to Tottenham.
And Xavi Simons to Tottenham.
Yeah, I could see that move.
60 million euros for Xavi Simons to Tottenham is unbelievable.
Well, that's the Eze money, innit?
That's the Eze money, but Amari Hutchinson's just gone for £40 million.
This Xavi Simons, I only think's okay.
He's a good player for that place.
I think he's okay.
I've seen him play for Holland.
What about the guy Newcastle are linked with? Newcastle play Leeds in the
R5.
Yeah. Remember we spoke about him the other week?
Rather watch his last 24 shots there on the clip.
No.
Can't head the ball. He's good side. Can't head the ball. Not a great finisher.
He's a crouchy
like
without the end.
He's not a crouchy.
Without the end. He's got gloved feet. He's a dribbler for the size of him.
No, he's sharp.
He's scored 17 goals in 70 games.
Crouchy was 6'7". He doesn't fill me with confidence, by the way. But Eddie Howe does get a tune out of players. By the way, there was a video of Isak scoring his goals at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid. Everyone's going on saying, Eddie Howe fucking made Isak. But by the way, Isak was a fucking finisher there.
Yeah.
Associated. Now, he's got him fitter and got him a little bit more robust, but you would argue going from a 22-year-old to a 25-year-old does that fucking kind of for you anyway. As your body settles in and you start like getting your program right and you're getting your training habits right.
And experience.
And confidence and playing with better players and watching what they train and how they eat and all that. And again, look, I think he's going to go to Liverpool now. That should get done in the next 48 hours I would imagine. Because it looks like they're lining up Walter Mead or whatever his name is to come in and obviously...
Walter
85 million euros.
I can see what Eddie's trying to do there, especially with Anthony Gordon's stupid fucking sending off the other day. Because Gordon, as sharp as he is, he can't lead the line like that. He's just not experienced enough at this moment in time. And
he's a second striker for me, Gordon, because
he's better coming off the side. He's better coming off the side.
You watch when he missed the first shot, he's come in and got in front of the centre half, so he's got the nous to do it. But you're right, he can't lead the line as a number 9. He's a Jota kind of player.
Well, Harvey Barnes has got a chance because he's not going to get many more. Leeds away at Ellen Road. Newcastle have got to go there, especially after disappointment of losing to Liverpool late on and get a result. So I'm going to go for Newcastle as one of my aways. Newcastle to beat Leeds.
That definitely will do it.
Do you want to do your aways first?
I'm just going to put that in there now as we're talking about the game. Tottenham against Bournemouth is going to be one of my homes. I think after that performance at Man City, Bournemouth losing to Brentford at home in the Cup during the week. Keith Andrews getting a second win there, and I was worried about Keith. I still don't think they're out of the water from a league perspective, but that will certainly settle the group down.
They're good price Spurs, 8-11.
Yeah, against Bournemouth at their stadium. So I'm going to go Tottenham at one of my homes. Everton have got a big game, although not going anywhere near it from a betting perspective at Wolves away. You've got to go to beat Wolves. Like, you've got to get something at Wolves.
If it's Everton.
Lad, they were good in the Brighton game, but rode the luck as from what we've seen. I went to watch the game during the week against Mansfield in the Cup. They were comfortable, but no cutting edge, no end product. Beto ends up getting a goal, but fucking raw. Like, we need a striker. Everton need a striker. Barry's going to be a development. He's showed some flashes. He's got a little bit more class than Beto, but Beto's a bit more physical. But Everton are desperate for a forward-thinking player.
Yeah.
Grealish obviously tried hard, got a bit of work to do with Myelenko. Looks fucking brain dead. Some of the runs he makes underneath him, they've got to build that relationship quickly. Tyler Dibling came on in the game and looks like he's got something. Obviously wants to play off the right hand side, and it's going to be how Moyes fits Illiman in the eye, Grealish and Dibling into the same side.
He could put the eyes to number 10 maybe.
Yeah, Tarkowski and Keane. I think Everton are going to need to upgrade that as quick as they can if they're going to break consistently into the top 10. As good as they've been for the club, you need a left-footed option to pass the left. I think left centre half is obviously Bramthwaite. Left backs are going to and is going to be a problem.
Shite in, let's be honest.
Could have seen Jay O'Brien playing right side centre back and replacing Tarky long term. I could, but Seamus played in the game during the week. We're going to need to upgrade that right back position.
Well, the kid played well, didn't he? What's his name in the middle?
Armstrong. Man of the match.
Yeah, look, he played very, very safe, played a bit deeper than I would probably play him. I think he's a player who looks like he needs a loan to go. I think he's a running 8. He'll score goals running on from the 8, but he's not a first receiver. I think he needs a loan, maybe into the Championship. Go and play 40 odd games, go and get fucking bumps and bruises and score maybe 8 to 10 goals. Yeah. Show your quality there. I don't think he's a starter for Everton this year. There's no point in sitting around training with the first team, being twiddling his thumbs every Saturday because he's good enough to play. Yeah. Just not at Everton's first team in Premier League at this moment. But he is definitely a good size and one for the future. Should have scored or should have got an assist. Should have played the ball square to Barry. But the stadium's fantastic. Everton have got a platform to build off, but we've got to go and get something for me at Wolves. Certainly to if we want to get in the top 10, Everton have got to go and win it somewhere like Wolves. Chelsea, I fancy to be Fulham, but obviously I'm not going to touch them.
Chelsea.
It's a derby, isn't it? Like they don't see it as Sunderland. Brentford's the other one in the Premier League. You could easily see Brentford winning away there, but Sunderland home form's going to be key to them staying up. But again, from a betting perspective, I'm not going to touch it. That takes us into the Sunday games. Obviously in the Prem, Brighton, Man City. Normally, I'd fancy City, but after I just think it's the end of the road to them. When I see Foden laughing on the bench, and I just don't know what to do.
Foden in Greenfield that night as well.
Yeah, because the final boss of Ibiza walked past him.
Bounced past him. But what's that all about? I mean,
it's not a good look, is it?
It's not a good look at all.
And he was shit last year, let's be honest. He was shit last year.
You've been beat.
After the year before, what did he win? The
People were saying, his lifestyle and stuff like that. You know, there was rumours of him being fucking on the shisha and staying out late, and things. PFA Player of the Year 2 years ago now.
But
it's about what you're doing today, isn't it?
But what you said before, is his belly full?
I love Foden. Think he's a great player, but has he just got sickened as the manager? Has he just had enough of the manager's voice? All he's ever known is Pep's voice. Has he just circuit boards blown from the manager?
He's won the PFA Young Player, he's won Champions League, Premier League. Is his belly full?
Well, they're all getting moved on. Kyle Walker's, like, De Bruyne has moved on. They're like, right, let's get rid of them. I don't think Ruben Diaz, Maya Jama is playing at the same level. Ederson's going to be moved on. It's the changing of the guard. Akanji's linked with Crystal Palace. Ake was linked with Everton. John Stones was blown for tugs after half an hour.
Yeah, he was.
Something is not right at the club. They need Rodri back, which he got 20 minutes, but they need Rodri back, captain in that ship. I think Pep's only hope is if Rodri gets injured and misses the season, I think that'll be. I don't think Pep will make the end of the season. The only way Pep makes the end of the season is if Rodri stays fit the whole season. Haaland looks at it, by the way.
Haaland for me is probably he's the one who, if he can stay fit, Haaland, he could save Pep this season. But it's mad to talk about players saving Pep. It's just nuts.
Yeah, but again, they've changed it. They brought Pep Linders in and he's changed the way they're doing it. The more 4-2 kind of 3-1. There's a different way they're trying to do it. And it's not compatible at the minute. As I say, Brighton away, it's a tough test for them because Brighton played the way they played, that 4-2 build against everybody. So if you're not pressing right from the front, which City aren't, you can't press properly with Haaland. They're not Oscar Bob, they can't press properly from the front. Spurs out-pressed Man City at Manchester City and went man for man right across the back line. If you looked at Carragher's analysis with Thierry Henry, sometimes Van der Veen and Romero were in the centre of the pitch, pushed in, and the fullbacks, Porro and Jed Spence, were left one-on-one. They were like, no problem, we're going full court pressure against you. Your front of your team puts no fear in us. You've got no Ederson now to just go bang, ball over the top. Haaland's in one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like they haven't got it. Trafford's not got the vision for it and they caught him on the ball. They gambled on Trafford being shit and won.
Did you see Thomas Frank thanked Klopp in his presser?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Thomas Frank said, listen, I'm going to thank Klopp for showing us how to beat these kind of thing.
Full court press. Yeah. And if you've got the pace they've got in that back line, you're going, no problem. You have to be brave with it, and Spurs were brave and looked the proper brave side. City got a big test on it, Brighton, because Brighton will not be worried. Like Brighton, if they score against Everton early, which they could have, either Matoma, which would have been a great goal, or Welbeck's chance, that's a different game at Bramley Moore. It's a complete different game.
Yeah,
so listen, 2-0 kind of flattered Everton in the end, and there was a bit of a better performance second half, but you could have easy, Welbeck scores the pen, that could have been a different game.
Yeah.
So Brighton have been kicked in the bollocks in the Fulham game, 1-0 up and conceding 90th plus minute. So they'll be eager to get results. I don't think they'll fear Man City in that first game on Sunday.
My banker for the weekend, though, Forest West Ham.
I was just going to say that. Do we think we're talking about Amorim? He'll be delighted this week, won't he? Old Graham Potter, that fluffing man you've been stuffed by Grimsby.
The gaffer's the magnet man.
Well, the fucking Grim Reaper's been outside his window every time he's peered out the curtains. Potter, there's been a Grim Reaper like that with 2 crosses.
He's just stayed Amorim and coughed the Grim Reaper. He's gone that way, hasn't he?
The England squad's just come out. Trent's been dropped.
About which squad?
The England squad's just come out.
Listen,
Trent's been liked for Jed Spence.
Jed Spence has done all right.
Elliot Anderson's in there.
Elliot is done very good.
That's my first one. No, Quansah. That's my second one.
We spoke about
Quansah got in the England squad.
We spoke about it end of last season. About imagine the new England squad comes out and Trent isn't in it,
and he's not. Tuchel's not taking.
Just shows you Liverpool fans picked that squad.
Hey, they must do, because Jordan Henderson's in there.
Is he? Exactly. Who's in there? Milner in there.
Kendall.
Ricky Lambert and Milner in there as well.
Oh, fucking
lad. Henderson, by the way, Brentford have had an upturn and he started the league game, so I thought he was getting shoot in as the manager.
I think Henderson's in there.
So we're saying Forest, and the noises out of Forest aren't great about Maranakis and Nuno. So that looks like it's hanging by a thread. And Edu, obviously, he's in the mix.
Have you got Forest on your racket?
I have, yeah.
I haven't touched them. No, I'm not touching Forest. I do think they'll pump West Ham, but Obviously,
the mention fell out big time, like not even speaking to him, and Eddie was not going to training ground.
Well, that's sad because he's done a phenomenal job there, and they're talking about style of football. I'm like, hey, be careful what you wish for. And the noises where they were lining up Ange fucking not got a clue. The high line merchants, which I want to talk to you about.
Brendan Rodgers as well for fucking that job.
The nonsense Potter. Well, they've just knocked out the Champions League this week against the Kazakh team Almaty on penalties. I watched the end of the game. Maeda missed a couple of fucking sitters there for Celtic, and the fans are in uproar because they haven't invested at the level they feel they need to invest at. So there's a bit of a problem with the fans. Rodgers only last week was saying, if you're singing sack the board, you're basically saying sack me. So it sounds like Brendan's angling to get his little snake body out of there and get himself into the money
the Premier League.
Of the Premier League.
Wouldn't
surprise me. Forest wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Leicester, he could easily end back up at Leicester if Leicester come back up. West Ham, I could see him ending up there. Yeah, getting back to London.
Yeah.
Man U.
Any Gucci shops down there?
I think Southgate for Man U.
Could you see Rodgers at Man U?
Yeah. Man U? No, what the fuck?
Could you see Klopp at Man U? Could you see Klopp at Man U?
No. Klopp is he's not Man U.
While we're on the subject of that, Aston Villa, the last team who was, for me, is surprised how much they've struggled from last season. Played Crystal Palace, who sneaked through with a 0-0 draw last night. Does that Thursday night game at Fredrikstad or something in the Conference League? They drew 0-0 last night, but obviously won from Mateta's goal in the first leg.
Yeah.
Mark Gay was excellent last night. Do we expect Mark Gay to move, or Palace going to keep holding him?
It's about to happen. I'm pretty sure.
36 million.
Yeah.
36 million. That's a fucking snip, you know.
To who?
To Liverpool.
Oh, you've taken him, yeah. I seen him linked with just.
He's got it.
So what's the net spend up to now, lads?
Our net spend.
He was still in the minus, aren't we? From the Coutinho, though.
Well, lad, talking of that, I spoke to Mangi, my mates out at Botafogo in Brazil, coaching with Davide Ancelotti, and they played Vasco da Gama during the week. So I said, Coutinho's there, isn't he, Phil Coutinho? So I said, ask him where the Coutinho money's gone. Is it still in the net spend? So he sent me a photo. You still have to show you this.
With Coutinho?
No. Where's he put it here? Oh yeah. He's got Coutinho's shirt.
Has he? Yeah.
They've got to play them again. It was in the cup quarter final.
How's he getting on over there?
It must have been mad.
He's done all right, lad.
Coutinho have a man's bounced over going to him. Hey, lads.
Yeah, look.
Wow.
You zoom in on it?
No.
Yeah. You'll have to send me the pic.
Send it. Yeah, Coutinho, to the
Coutinho's head must have fell off where he man's his voice, mustn't it? Imagine it.
Well,
Scouser. What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing over
here? It's one of them, isn't it? So I'll get into now the championships. We must touch on some good games. By the way, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United in the champ already is a big game. Rob Edwards started getting Middlesbrough going. Obviously, Sheffield United will be expected to challenge again, having the defeat in the playoff final. I think there's a massive game at Loftus Road. QPR against Charlton. QPR getting absolutely pulverised by Coventry. 7-1, was it?
Yeah.
Last week, Loftus Road, Charlton, Nathan Jones, they're going all right. I'm keeping them out my coupon because I don't like the half 12s in there, because your fucking coupon can be riding or up or down, destroyed before the 3 PMs. So I'm trying to keep it to 3 PMs as much as I can, just to enjoy me little bit of it.
I've done the Ipswich derby. That's a 3 PM Saturday. I've done the daily game.
Ipswich derby, I've got that in. Yeah,
I've done Ipswich to pummel derby really.
But derby are doing all right under John Eustace, you know.
I think
and Kieran McKenna's lost a few big players. Obviously, Amari Hutchinson's left.
What a derby to win that one though.
11-2.
You've got a big game in the Midlands, Stoke against West Brom. Mark Robbins has got Stoke going well, and obviously Ryan Mason, former Spurs caretaker manager and assistant, has made a decent start to his West Brom career. So that's a big game there. Blackburn against Norwich again. Norwich not doing so well. I thought the boy Sargent, the American boy out of is Josh Sargent, who's playing for Norwich, might have got took by a Premier League club. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't between now and the window closing. It's a World Cup year, and he's way better than Norwich.
Yeah.
And people are looking for strikers and paying 60 mil for fucking big giraffes from. You'd have to trust Eddie Howe. His recruitment's usually decent, but like the clips I've seen of this, what Nick Walter made, I'm like, he is fucking raw. He won't be going in my fancy footy team in front of goal. He's definitely no Alexander Isak. And the Germans aren't doing well here. Like Florian Wirtz has shit the bed since he's been here.
He's played 2 games.
Oliver Bierhoff, who else has been here? Which Germans have been here? Apart from Klinsmann, which Germans done unbelievably here? Karl-Heinz Riedler shit the bed.
Ballack at Chelsea.
Okay, well, he was only okay, wasn't he?
No, I thought he was good, mate.
He was only okay, wasn't he? He wasn't as good as Klinsmann.
Klinsmann was good, but
Christian Ziege at Spurs and at Liverpool.
Done all right. He was okay.
Ozil. He had some good spells, didn't he?
I think he was good, but to be fair, he went missing quite a bit as well.
Sammy Khedira played at Arsenal. Is he at Arsenal? Khedira?
Sammy Khedira
I think he was at Arsenal, yeah, for a little bit.
He wasn't.
But like again, like not memorable.
Didn't stand out, no.
There's not many, is there?
No, there's not to be
fair.
So
Vert is under pressure, and I think that this Walter Shearer was shit. Remember Andre Shearer? Didn't think he'd done much at fucking Chelsea.
What was the Arsenal forward, Podolski?
Podolski
again,
was okay.
Like pretty average.
Done all right. Now, Vert is just for me. If Vert plays left wing for Jamie, don't forget.
I just think he's a bit lightweight, and he's got loads to do for 130 mil.
He's very lightweight.
Anyway, we're talking about the champs, somehow you've ended up talking about Liverpool again. I fancy Bristol City. I fancy Bristol City to beat Hull at Bristol. They're in my coupon. I don't
Bristol
like
City?
No, I'm going to keep Bristol City out of it because I don't like Bristol City because Bristol Rovers, aren't I? So I'm not putting them in. But I do fancy them to beat Hull. Ipswich Derby, I had that marked in.
I've done Ipswich, mate.
Yeah, I think John Eustace has got them going. I'm going to avoid that. I think it does look on paper a good bet, but I'm going to avoid that. Millwall against Wrexham. I'm going to back Millwall to beat Wrexham.
Is this going in your lecher?
Yeah, home win for Millwall. Okay, I think Wrexham and the fucking... Wrexham and... Wrexham have scored goals, but not managed to finger at Millwall at the Den. That fucking American fucking fanboy nonsense pottery against proper English fucking Millwall. I think that'll be on, and I'm not sure Wrexham players will be able to handle that. They've been a bit wishy-washy for me. Playing a back five at the Den, inviting that pressure, inviting the aerial stuff, which Millwall will love. And the Den will be right up for that. They will not want to be on their documentary getting rolled over by fucking Wrexham, American fanboys. On the aways, Coventry you'd have to fancy to beat Oxford away, Noah. So I'm going to do this week, I'm going to do 5 homes and 3 aways.
Wow, that's a big average. You done a big affair?
No, not the same one. Two separate bets,
yeah.
I done 6 and 4 last week and hit the bar, so I'm going to go 5 and 3. 5 and 3's been a good ratio for me.
So have you got 3 aways already? Everton, Newcastle and Coventry?
I'm not doing Everton. I've got Newcastle, Coventry so far, and then it'll probably be League 2, my second one.
Go on.
Some big games there. Watford, Southampton already is a big game. Already a big game, because the Watford will be wanting to get up. Chef Wed had a great result against Leeds during the week in the Cup. Obviously Dominic Calvert-Lewin showing just what he'd been bought for. To fucking absolutely shit the bed when you need him to. I didn't have a bet on him. I know, but I thought he'd take him. Well, why would you pay 60 million for Walter Mead, who looks as raw as Calvert-Lewin? I took Calvert-Lewin on a free.
No, fucking
and Walter Mead and gone, right, you've got 2 here now for 60 mil. It's fucking stupid.
You definitely have him, wouldn't you, as like a backup striker?
Especially with Isaac throwing his toys out the pram for nothing, isn't he, really? What do you have to give him? Let's say you had to, what did Leeds give him? 140 a week, 120 a week. It's not for Newcastle.
What?
It is not now, because you're not paying the transfer fee.
Yeah.
And it might be less a week in the signing on fee. So there's, for me, League One is a tough place, but you'd have to pick Bradford to beat Wimbledon, especially after a great result. Beating Stoke away 3-0 in the Cup during the week. Bradford had a great start under Graham Alexander, so I'm doing... Have you got that there? One of my homes, Bradford?
Bradford, come on. So I've got you 3 at the minute, Tottenham, Millwall and Bradford.
There's some good games in League One. Blackpool, who've started terribly against Bolton, who haven't started great. Both managers will be under pressure as it is. Cardiff play Plymouth in an half-12 game.
Cardiff at home, yeah.
Barry's getting a tune out of Cardiff, but like Plymouth will be expected to get promoted. At the other end of it, you've got Wickham playing away to Stevenage. Wickham have had a cunt of a start. Manager will be under pressure. Stevenage have started all right. You've got Wigan against Lowy's getting Wigan going against Stockport, who's doing all right under Dave Chalner. So that, like, there's some great games. I don't want to go near it. Lincoln Mansfield, Leyton Orient, Northampton, Richie Wellens against Kev Nolan. Exeter, I fancy to beat Peterborough, but I'm not going to bet on it. And then you've got Luton under Matt Bloomfield going to Burton. Like, tough games. There's some fucking tough games. The other one's Barnsley, Huddersfield. Like, I couldn't call them, lads. Doncaster, Rotherham. Doncaster are going well. Like, that is the hardest league to call a result this week, League One. The only one I'm going for is Bradford against in the bet against Wimbledon. If you got any in League One, that's a fucking hard fixture list to pick a set of results out that League One.
You said before, didn't you? It looks tough this weekend, like all the betting.
Some weekends you just got to save your money.
Yeah.
Like if the value's not there, you just got to keep your money in your pocket. Don't make the bookie rich. League Two, there's a little bit of better value. I'd really fancy Andy Woodman, the former Newcastle goalie coach. He's done a great job at Bromley. They're playing Harrogate. Harrogate, that Bromley are good at home. I fancy Bromley to beat Harrogate.
Is that in your bet?
In League 2, yeah. And I've got another one in League 2. Chesterfield to beat Crawley. I fancy Chesterfield, good at home. I think they've lost one of the key benefactors in the last couple of weeks, so there'll be a bit of emotion in and around the club, I'd imagine. But I'm expecting them to win at home. It's certainly in the memory of the former owner. So is that me 5 homes?
Yeah.
5 homes, that is...
The other one I was going to put in was Grimsby to beat Bristol Rovers, but I'm not going to touch it out of the euphoria of the cup win and all of that, and I don't know whether they've got to bed on time. Bristol Rovers have been poor. Won last time at home against Cambridge, and they might be able to capitalise on after the Lord Mayor's show at Grimsby. So I'm not going to touch that, but Tranmere against Notts County would also be one I'd be thinking of, but I'm going to go for Bromley to beat Harrogate. All right, some great games as well in League 2, and already I think you can start to see where that division's going. There's some good clubs going to be at the top end of that division, but that's going to be 5 or 6 clubs shooting that out.
There's some
I think that'll be the most competitive league.
Well.
I think that who can win it, but League 1 is going to be chaos. I reckon there's going to be in League 1 probably getting into February time 14, 15 teams who will still be promoted.
Fucking hell.
It's going to be because there's so many finely matched teams, but to get a coupon there is absolutely iron girder. So again, I'll just dip into the National League and below. Josh is the kind of king of them, but I think I've got an half decent read on this National League now. Again, tough fixture list on it this weekend. I mean, you would fancy Sutton to lose to Carlisle, but then they can't help but draw games. They don't seem to, even though you've got a big squad and a big budget for the division, the knack and the knowledge of and the belief that you can win games is something that is very, very difficult to get in football. But when you've got it, you must fucking cherish it and work incredibly hard to keep it, because very, very quickly it can go. Carlisle, I think at some point this year we'll get the shit together and go on a run due to the quality in the squad, but at this moment in time they're striving for a bit of form. Sutton away is not an easy game for them, albeit Sutton were in the league and have lost a lot of key players over contracts running out and players getting bought, and they found it difficult to replace. I normally like Hartlepool at home, but Boreham Wood are a fucking bogey team. Boreham Wood can be difficult to beat, so I'm not going to touch it. And I would think Gateshead had beat Aldershot, but again, Gateshead have been a bit wishy-washy in form. And again, I'm not gonna have a bet in the conference this week because I don't know it well enough. So am I waiting on one away?
You're waiting on one away team.
All right. So the away team I'm going to go for
City.
Oh, do you know who would be a good bet in the homes as well this weekend if they can't win this weekend? Salford played Cheltenham. I think it's a Friday night. Is that tonight?
Tonight, yeah.
If Salford can't beat Cheltenham haven't won a game, and Salford, Gary Neville might as well give up. Salford, just back them in the single, don't know what they'll be. Just back a single on Salford. Right, we want an away. Looking for an away game. Who have you got? Who are you thinking away?
I've got Man City, my away. But
I can't touch City, lad.
I just think, again, I didn't really... Brighton not filling me with much confidence.
So I've got Coventry as an away, and I've got...
Newcastle
as an away. Leeds 2 is tight.
I wouldn't touch Newcastle. You don't know what injuries they've got. I don't know. I just striker situation, injuries in the middle. I'd stay away from Newcastle.
I'll tell you who I could see, and it's a tough game. I could see Gillingham beating Oldham, but Oldham at home. But we need a good away. I'm going to go for Huddersfield to win at Barnsley.
Oh, that's a tight game.
I'm going to go for Huddersfield to win at Barnsley. Although I'll be backing over 2.5 goals in that as well. There'll be goals in that.
Well,
8-1.
I reckon in League 1 this weekend over 2.5 goals.
On.
Oh yeah, and look, the betting's just as a bit of interest. If it's not like predict. It's not like
it's not financial advice.
It's not like we've got it's not like we've got any inside information. It's obviously Thursday as we're doing this. Just what we think's going to happen. Just some of the games in there. Obviously, I've played or coached in all of the 4 divisions. Some places can be harder to go to. Just having as I say, a nice friendly bet. Have a £5 on, have a £1 on, whatever. But don't be doing your bollocks in on it. And again, if we're successful and we get a little bit more confident, then we'll start to get a better read on it. But what we could have predicted, we would have won a few shilling on this, was fucking Elliot Anderson getting called up for England.
Yeah, that was nailed on one. It's how good he was last season. He was unbelievable last season for me.
Well, again, when Scotland called him up, I did have to get involved and say, listen,
give him a little text, won't you? And just
said, listen, are you Scottish? And he was like, I was like, you can play for England, so be careful, because I know the Scots aren't going to like me for this, but one Englishman is worth 1,000 Scotsmen, 1,000 Welshmen, 1,000 Irishmen. Unfortunately, from a footballing perspective, one Englishman, that's what we're worth. You don't get the same amount of money that you do. We are like Brazilians. Do you know what I mean? So for Elliot to become a Brazilian, he could have become a Paraguayan there. You're a Paraguayan lad, you don't got the same fucking market rate if you're a Brazilian. All right, here's Elliot Andersano. He's now worth 150 mil. Here's Elliot McAnderson, 15 mil. Doesn't have the same fucking thing, lad. End of Davis. That's it. That's it. Unfortunately, I know they don't like it, and there's been some fantastic Scottish players over the years. They just don't have. I don't know whether it's the breeding. It's just seen as a little bit like they're not as fashionable as the English.
Where do you think Tuchel sees Anderson as a player for him? I'm worried about Tuchel. I really need to see how they play. I think he can play a couple of positions. I still think the closer you get to the goal to him, the better. But he's not going to, with what we've got on the front line, he's not going to get there. But also the way he takes the ball and breaks lines, either with his passing or with his body, is exceptional. And obviously with Wharton and kind of Anderson in there, we're seeing a change in the guard. I know Henderson stayed in the squad, which I still don't understand. But it's obviously, is he going to take Henderson to the next World Cup, or is this just the smoothing in process for other players?
Does Henderson go as a coach then? Do you know what I mean? Is this just is he like in a player coach role at the minute? Because I kind of don't get Tuchel's first two England groups and the performances. So I think Tuchel, weirdly, I'm like, you're under observation, because I'm not sure you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think, and it's weird. We heard it was the players who told Tuchel to pick Henderson as well, which is fucking bizarre. How can Tuchel? He's lost a bit of credibility there from me if that has happened. Not told, say, listen.
But we're saying like Solskjaer's been potted at Besiktas last night. Mourinho's gone up. Pep, we're talking about, like, we have to accept we're players. There's a shelf life, and you go from being the best player in the world to not. Like, there's a shelf life. We're coaches. We know that there is, because Mourinho was once the best in the world, and now he's not.
Yeah.
He's, we've just been sacked last night. Fenerbahce still.
Pep's on his downside. Like,
it looks like, there's been loads of coaches who were once revolutionary and not. Like we've seen, as I say, Sam Allardyce was once a revolutionary coach in this country and is obviously not. Now he's doing his podcast. But Sam Allardyce's kick-off that he brought into Newcastle, kick it out for a throw in there, and you've got a 63% chance of getting a shot at goal from a throw in that corner, has been taken by Luis Enrique. And is now back in vogue. Is now, isn't that so fashionable? Because it's been repackaged under the foreign brand, under a different coach who's won a European Cup. But Sam Allardyce, Tony Pulis, and the kind of English gravy drinking or British gravy drinking Route 1 managers were doing that and getting lambasted for it, saying they were dinosaurs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, like, fashion in football is massive. Comes and goes. You go from big athletic ones into small technical players, because Barca have a La Masia fucking phase, and the game's changing.
Big athletic ones now.
Well, we're in a weird era where defenders have loads of touches and goalies are starting attacks and all that, and it's like, nah, you're your last pick in school. You're defenders, fucking defend. Like, keepers, well, now you've got no vision, because you can handle the ball, you got no vision. Same with defense. Like, you can't. I think we're seeing now there's going to be a changing of the era. Teams are going very direct. We're going to see a lot of direct football. Like, all the top teams are going to go direct, because people have put a premium on attacking and quality going forward, and fucking completely forgot about what it's like to defend. Like, we're seeing Liverpool pay 50 odd million for fullbacks who cannot defend the back post. Yeah. We're seeing Man City taking fullbacks who got fullbacks in the team who cannot defend the back post. Keepers who cannot keep goal, who fucking trying to be footballers. It's bizarre. Like, football now is in a phenomenal spot, and Sir Alex Ferguson dominating for 14 years. Don't forget, he was up against John Gregory and fucking Ron Atkinson and all that at the start. Wenger and all that in the middle, Mourinho and all that at the end. Pep's up against the best in the world straight out the gate.
Yeah.
And your shelf life lasts a lot less against the best in the world.
It's mad, because even like going back to what the youth days, we're playing footy when we were kids, even on it was always get the ball to your best player as quick as possible. And now
that's who you're paying for. That's who we're paying to watch, aren't we?
You better play.
Like, but what we're seeing at the minute is, if you're a Rangers fan, right, you're obviously just been dick 6-0, and you've got Russell Martin with Jack Butland and the centre halves on the ball, passing it to each other and back, and you're going, I'm not paying $6,000 a year or $5,000 a year or whatever the fuck it cost me to come, for my season ticket and spending on the food and beverage at the game and transport, to watch the fucking goalie and the right back and the centre half just fucking pass it round to each other.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Like, you want to be entertained. That's the thing I'm excited about Everton. I'm going, right, Moyes is a pragmatic, boring coach, right? They are a bit stale, his teams, and I don't actually think they've got that much of a clue what they're doing. But at least he signed some exciting attacking players who are going to carry the ball and get people off the seats and fucking excite.
Yeah.
And if you can build a solid back line behind that, then that for me is football. Now, what we've got going on in this country is Pep has set the bar. Everyone's tried to imitate him and done it, in some form of fashion, a little bit shitter because they haven't got the players to do it. And now you're even seeing John Terry come out last week saying he fucking finds football boring to watch. It's why we're losing loads of people on a Saturday to paddle, lad. Everyone's going to play paddle because the fucking footy is boring to watch and they just want to have a bet. So people now are only investing in football to have a bet. You don't even enjoy watching it because you've got half of the fucking pundits and nonsense potters. The only one I really enjoy is Monday night, and I have to watch it posthumously because we're obviously the only ones in the space who can take them on with some real proper football fucking chat. So anyway, listen, hope you've enjoyed it. Good luck with your coupons this weekend. Enjoy the footy. If you see any of the nonsense pottery, either join the club and tell us and send the videos into the Telegram
Sunday game
group. Yeah, we're doing Arsenal.
Who's doing it?
Yeah,
Josh?
We're doing it Sunday, yeah.
I'm at the game, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
We thought you'd be at the game. It's fucking not like you to turn up.
I'm sorry, but Liverpool fan who goes the game.
You are a Liverpool fan who goes the game, yeah. And obviously you have to be respected for that because there's not many of you from Liverpool. To get in there amongst the Scandinavians and the Bangladeshians and all that, that's not easy. So look, enjoy your footy. Bet responsibly. Hope you get all the luck you need in your coupon, and we'll see you Sunday for Liverpool against Arsenal. Been the full English. Hope you've enjoyed it.